NFL 23. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Los Angeles Chargers and the Cleveland Browns. And it's all up next.
It is a crisp, cool fall afternoon, and we've got football from First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Cleveland Browns. And a welcome in, everybody, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, so much gets made about offensive comparisons. Here's a matchup where the defenses may just take center stage.
Yeah, we're usually talking about guys scoring touchdowns. How about the guys who prevent them and change the momentum of the game when they take the ball away? I love those ball hawks in the secondary. People after my own heart.
Set to do the honors here, and we are underway from Cleveland. Taking it about the 1. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. And they are led out there by their mobile cornerback.
And there's a word that constantly gets thrown around with this guy when you talk to anyone in the building. Potential. They are sky high on what they believe he can grow into in the role of a starting quarterback. In addition, there are plenty around the league who think that as well. And years from now, he can still be leading this offense out.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Jordan Elliott able to drop it for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot.
Didn't have the greatest field position to start, did they? And now, after this sack, it's way, way worse.
And right off the bat, first play of the game. So an early wake-up call there leads to a quick 2nd and long. And here's a 6-year man, Austin Eckler. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14.
Apparently this defense is coming to play. A sack and a run stuck behind the line on the first 2 plays.
Though certainly not the start they were looking for here as they come up on a 3rd and 14. Back to throw here. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. And it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Now a fair catch signaled for and made right about the 43-yard line. The Browns on their way out now for the first time, and we'll also get a look at the player brought in from Houston to run this offense. And that's Deshaun Watson.
Deshaun Watson makes his return to the NFL gridiron this season after holding out for the entirety of 2021 and being traded from Houston. The Cleveland Browns, they made a big investment not only to bring him in, but to give him by far the most guaranteed money in NFL history. If Watson remains the same player he was in Houston, though, a three-time Pro Bowler and one of the game's biggest playmakers, he may finally solve a decades-long search for Cleveland's franchise quarterback.
For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 43. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On 2nd down, right back to Hunt. Oh, nice move at midfield. Room here to run. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
Yeah, this could be a sign of what this defense is in for because, you know, all week long the coaches were preaching to the defense, you've got to be able to wrap up against a back like him or he can make you pay. Technique, technique, technique.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Watson. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson. Right back to Njoku. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. A nice gain there to his trusty tight end, and now it's got them thinking opening drive touchdown here as they get into the red zone.
And in most cases with your tight end, you feel like you've got a mismatch no matter who's covering it. Is it a small cornerback? Is it a linebacker who may not run as well? In any event, whatever you see, you think that tight end can win that battle.
On 1st down, it's Watson. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball through, and it's 2nd down.
It's pretty early in the game, but they've already tried to establish him not just as a runner, but as a receiver as well. Didn't happen there, but I wouldn't be surprised at all to see them try again shortly.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Steps away. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
Brandon, that's a gamer move right there. Facing 3rd down, steps up, calls his own number, and nearly makes the house call. If I'm the coach, I let him take another one right here. Give him a chance to be the first one to hit the end zone after that effort he just gave him.
1st and goal from just inside the 5. Hunt. Sidestepping his way into the end zone. It's a touchdown. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down 4 points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stop it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
Now Cade York for the extra point. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And Kareem Hunt, the one to finish it off, as he did so with a touchdown run.
Ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Here comes Nasir Adderley from his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys are a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. Just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
On second down, Eckler. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. The defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit, because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
I certainly like what he did right there, because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
Up the middle with Eckler. And some room to work.
It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44.
16 yards is the pickup there, and a first down for L.A.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. It's Eckler again. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack.
And that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Granted, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. He was looking for Mike Williams that time. And it's 3rd and 5. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he was trying to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Eluding the pressure right.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Now that's a quarterback who's in charge out there right now. Wants to throw the ball on 3rd down, doesn't find anyone open, tucks it away, takes off, and picks up the 1st down. Not by a little, but by plenty.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Here's 2nd and 8.
He'll get this out wide to Eckler.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty. Touchdown, Chargers! Keenan Allen from 6 yards away.
And the Chargers are an extra point away from evening this one up. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw to the defense. They had no answer for that right there.
Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told.
And it was Keenan Allen who finished it all off with the touchdown reception.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Here comes Felton to bring it out of the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James.
Oh, that's a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Still second down.
The false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on second down. Back to throw, Watson. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. Finding room at midfield. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It's a gain of 35.
And as you saw right there, this is a guy with pretty good speed for a tight end. Nice job there, catching the short throw and turning it upfield. He can also be a weapon downfield as well.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Off of play action, it's Watson. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch it, turn upfield, and pick up the first down.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. To throw again on second down. Watson. He's got Njoku over the middle.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
David Njoku got a huge vote of confidence from the Cleveland Browns when they named him their franchise player this past offseason. That has a lot of people expecting a long-awaited, big-time breakout from the 6-year tight end, and he comes through with a first down catch on that previous play.
Watson looks to throw again. He'll get just a yard on the scramble at second down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Looking to throw again on second down. Watson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Deshaun Watson, a 21-yard touchdown run.
touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front, and now see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of the second quarter.
New York on now for the extra point.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So the drive there took 6 plays. And the final act belonged to Deshaun Watson in his touchdown run.
Ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Chargers going to take over now late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Back to throw now on first down. Flush to, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Back to throw. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on third down. This time they stay on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on third down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Here's J.K. Scott set to do the punting honors. Take it at the 37. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
And the Browns going to go on offense one final time in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here first and 10 at their own 42. From the gun, here's Watson. He sets to fire deep, and that is incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass that allowed them to disrupt the play.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it on line, but it comes up about a rotation short. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise, and that'll deny him a shot at 3.
They'll throw now on the final play. Escaping the pressure right. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10.
Pass interference. Defense.
So they take a decent shot, CD, and the flag comes out for pass interference.
Yeah, a little DPI, as they like to call it in the business, right? And the farther you get downfield, the more frenetic things get, and the more calm and control you have to remain as a defender. That was a little bit of a slip there, and the penalty will go against him.
So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everyone, to our brand new studios here in downtown Orlando in the EA Sports Halftime Report. First, though, let's run through the next-gen stats for the Chargers in that first half. And they were able to have a little bit of success on the ground. The question will be, will they stick with it? Or will they be throwing more to try and regain this lead? Meanwhile, for the Browns, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. This one fielded at the 5. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Browns offense getting set to go to work here to start the third. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. And his throw here is incomplete. Following the play here, now we've got an injury. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Out of the gun, Watson. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
Well, they obviously red man coverage there, Barber. He got downfield, broke down the defender. Made him
what do you mean by that, Purple?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. Gets through, and now an opening. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead, because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. And again, it's Chubb. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Up the middle, it's Chubb. 44 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
They'll try the air now with Watson. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series, because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw is Watson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game. But after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now it's Watson. Touchdown, Browns. Donovan Peoples-Jones. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Browns take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Circle that drive, because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes, because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game.
Quarterback ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. On the return, it's Adderley from his end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line.
As that ball got away from him, and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Yeah, and he coughed it up and picked up by the Chargers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So potentially a turning point here in the 3rd quarter as that swings the door back open just a bit.
Yeah, they're still down 2 scores, but I do think we're at that point in the game where you're going to reach for the football whenever possible. You're going to hear the coaches scream from the sidelines, tackle him, second guy in, tackle the ball.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. He'll look to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride. He was able to run free after the catch.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Eckler now between the tackles.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by the defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
He dumps it to Eckler underneath.
It'll go down as a gain of 6. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here.
On 3rd down, here's Eckler. Well, they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard with an urge to go for it. It's almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for L.A. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And last time, the fumble, the turnover. Now they still have the lead, but I don't think coaches care. The turnovers will bother them no matter what the scoreboard says.
That's the relief that you still have the lead, but coaches look at what if and what it should be. Turning the ball over when they've got a chance to score more points and increase the lead, that's what's going to affect them.
And they're also thinking to future weeks, maybe when the game's closer, right?
No doubt about it. You want to clean up everything. Let's just be honest about it. They want everything to be perfect at all times. They don't want to give up anything that's going to hurt their team.
They went counter there offensively, and a couple of defenders were on skates for a second.
They certainly were. And you know what offensive linemen love about the counters and the misdirections? Sometimes you don't even have to block the defender. He can run himself out of the play if he doesn't read his keys properly.
Now a first down throw, Watson. That's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And they get 17 more on that one and another first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that will bring up 2nd down. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Sliding out of the pocket. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
And the LA offense ready for this next possession. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
They started on the ground with Eckler. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there's a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
On play action, they'll throw. And he's going to lose yardage here. As they will switch ends as time has run out on this third quarter play. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. This offense so far on third down, they've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 8. He'll look to throw. That's into the hands of Eckler. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. Did they maybe play that too safely on 3rd down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have 4th down to try and pick it up.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The fourth down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. So they really needed points here in a two-score game. Could not come away with anything there on fourth.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
That looked great when he first took off because, in my mind, there was room to run, and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
Running for it, here's Chubb. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Watson. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. Touchdown! Deshaun Watson on target to David Njoku. And the Browns have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bowling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
York now for the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. 5 plays there on that drive. And it's capped off by the Browns touchdown. Ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Flushed out right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on second down.
For Keenan Allen, that's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Eluding the pressure right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up second and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. All in all, no gain on the play. That'll bring up third.
Late in the game, he's certainly doing everything in his power on top of his guys to make a play. But in this case, he's surrounded. And all he has for him to do is to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And on third down, the Browns going to go with a nickel set. They'll drop the throw. On the sideline, did he keep his feet in bounds? They say yes. Great job, both feet in, first down. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and it's going to be a first down. Well done. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on all their throws.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad. I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on the gain of 2.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot. That a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, short tackle.
And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Austin Eckler, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Hopkins with the extra point. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. A a pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told.
And Austin Eckler capped it off with the touchdown reception.
So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. That fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They run it again with Chubb. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The Chargers trot out their dime package, expecting a throw on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Watson. And this one is incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
The Browns send out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. So the Chargers now down by 11, 35 seconds to go. It's an extremely tall order in front of them, but they've got the ball with a first down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throwing left side, it's complete.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw. They'll find Everett there, complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
16 more on that one and another first down. So it's a win here for the Cleveland Browns, and it's thanks in large part to the play of their quarterback, Charles, and that's one Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, he did a little bit of everything, didn't he? He had 2 touchdown passes through the air, another one on the ground, And that defense, they really had no answer for many of their drives.